Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I thought I'm going to review something a little bit offbeat. It is a fixed blade. Well, not offbeat. It's kind of what this channel is all about. Blades, tools, knives, multi-tools, etc. But I was in Checker Center the other day and I came across this and I thought, well, I don't know the brand. I know nothing about it. But it seems to be quite reasonably priced at 399 Rand. So today we're going to take a look at a 399 Rand survival Bowie made by Okavango. Like I say, I don't know the brand at all. Comes in the sheath. I've added some stuff which I'll talk about now when we get it on the bench. There she is. A rather interesting piece of kit, and nice little molly sheath there as well. So yeah, let's check this out on the bench. Hey everybody, so yeah, we have that Okavango knife. This is a fixed blade Bowie. I don't know too much about the steel used or anything like that. I don't have the little packaging that this came with in order to look, but I would believe it's probably some form of Chinese steel. This is sold as a survival knife. I took interest in it because of how thick the steel is on the blade, which I'll show you guys in a bit. And of course, this rather interesting pouch with molly attachment on the back, so you could actually attach this to your side of your backpack or whatever the case may be. So first off, this clicks open and there you got the knife. I've added this paracord on here for reasons I'll show you in the end clip when I talk a little bit more about the knife, but it's cordage and it also gives you a little bit more leverage on the handle when you're swinging or chopping or whatever the case may be. Then of course the knife, you've got a clip over here to remove. Take that out and there you have the knife. Now I'm going to put the knife aside for now. I want to talk about something else that this comes with. Over here there's a little component package, and inside here you have a ferrocerium rod or a fire steel. So you can technically start a fire with this thing, which is pretty cool. Let's just put that away for now. And let's get the sheath out of the way and bring the knife back into the equation. So here you have the Bowie, as to be expected. It has a sort of grey finish to the blade where only silver is on the edge of the blade, and of course where you have the serration. So let's just get in a little bit tighter on the blade so you guys can have a look. It's a drop point sort of blade shape, quite nice. The point is relatively sharp, but not so sharp that it's going to poke you. The blade itself is sharp, sufficiently sharp to get the job done, and of course you have this serrated edge over here for cutting your ropes, your lines, etc. On the top of the blade, where we spoke about how thick this blade is, there you can see there is a bit of a grind away from the coating, which I believe is probably for use with a ferrocerium rod for the fire steel. It feels like, from the way this knife is built, it feels like the steel goes from tip to the butt here. There's a pommel at the back, which you can possibly use for beating down on something. It's a bit rough, which is quite cool. Nice plastic with rubber handles, so easy and comfortable to grip. The size of the knife is relatively large, as you can see, but it fits again quite comfortably in a large hand. And of course with the pommel you can get that out of the way and you can beat down on a 10 peg or whatever you need to do. So yeah, again, not a lot to say, maybe a little bit to talk about in the finish up of this. I don't know the blade steel, I have no information on this, but possibly take it out into the bush, use it a little bit and see how it holds up. That might be a good idea. Putting this knife away is a simple process with the sheath. So you grab the sheath, grab the knife. I'm right-handed. It is ambidextrous. There's like a plastic liner inside here, so you basically slot it in and it actually clicks into place. So even without the lock engage, the knife doesn't just fall out. It is a little loose, but it doesn't just fall out. Then you can engage the lock. And then of course I take the paracord and I tuck it down into this little front pouch over here, just so that it stays out of the way. Bearing in mind this knife stays in my sort of go bag. It doesn't really get used very often, but it's in there for if it is needed. So yeah, that's pretty much it from the bench review. Hey guys, so just to finish up on this Okavango, it doesn't seem like too bad a knife. I think in the not too distant future I'm going to do a bit of an outdoors trip, or even a trip into the bush across the road or something, using this knife. Maybe do some firewood preparation with it, beat it up a little bit and see how it holds up as a survival knife. For $3.99 I'm not expecting too much, but in so saying I am relatively surprised at how strong this knife actually is for the money that you spend on it, and it actually feels pretty comfortable and solid. Nice thick blade, which I believe is part of the pommel at the bottom, which you can use for smacking things down. Another thing I enjoy about, well, I said I'll chat about why I've got this paracord cordage, is always good to have. But let's say you're hitting on something and you're worried about your knuckles or something like that, that sort of gives you some protection from that. But also if you want to chop, you can go further down on the handle and retain that, so you're not going to lose the knife, but you can chop with a little bit more leverage because of the longer lever, if that makes sense. But yeah, otherwise not a bad blade, not a bad knife at all. This serration over here, smooth over there, that's a little bit strange for me for a survival knife, but it is what it is. And then this at the back over here is just for the fire steel, so if you want to start a fire or something. So guys, that's it for this episode, and until next week when the new items arrive, cheers for now.